Welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast. I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
And we're back bringing you all our thoughts on everything happening in nerd culture. If you are watching us on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave some comments. And if you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or whatever podcast app you listen to, make sure that you subscribe to us there as well. And continue to subscribe to us on social media. How are you guys doing? What have you guys been up to?
Great.
Doing pretty good.
Yeah? What are some nerdy things that you've been up to?
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been the normal nerdy that I've usually been.
Oh no. It's
Just
okay.
kind of saying pre-pod that I've been working on a lot of hobby. The side project, I think I talked about it here on the podcast a couple weeks ago. I was trying to back up my library on my computer of games. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nerdy thing.
You saw me
I've
bought
been
around
on-
MegaCon.
yeah, it's a lot of work, turns out. So I've been working on that all week, and I'm pretty much got a lot of progress was made. So like I got systems up to like NES, up to like PS2, PS3 on here, Xbox 360. I got my Xbox games on here. So
Wait, I'm sorry. What are you doing? You're backing up all of your games.
yeah,
Okay.
emulation ROMs. I was trying not
okay.
to say, but yeah, I
From the
Sorry.
library.
yeah, I was putting all that on my computer. And not only that, what got me started is that I was watching a video about the 3DS and the eShop being closed, and if you don't have your games downloaded on
Yeah.
there, like you can't get them no more, right? So a lot of people are saying 3DS is dead, and apparently there's a huge mod community, homebrew, who have pretty much hacked the DS so that you can download games to it. So I have two DSs, a 3DX XL, and a regular DS, and I modded both of them. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
And now I have I can play I could like download the cartridges onto here and just play them straight off the DS. We're gonna see if I can show you something. Actually, yeah, here we go. So this is the DS that I modded. Got a cool little
Subscribe to us on
custom theme there.
Yeah.
Can you see it? Is
Yes.
it coming out?
Mhm.
And then I just want to show you the game that I have on here. Those are a couple games.
Nice. That I can't see. Oh, wait. Now I see it. There it is. Wait.
Hold on. Let me get Super Mario.
Super Mario Brothers.
Nice.
You see it?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I've been working on. So, but now I have a
Hard at
DS
work.
that I can use and, mess around with on the go. And on my computer, I have a lot of stuff there. So
Nice.
turn it into like a little mini arcade over here.
That's a nerdy thing.
I haven't really watched anything. I played a little bit of Avowed. I was trying to play Avowed. But,
Oh, Avowed.
that's
I was going to
sidetracked.
ask if you were playing that because I've heard a
Yeah.
lot of mixed things about Avowed.
I don't have an opinion on it yet. I haven't played enough of it to have an opinion, but
Yeah.
I did start it.
It seems, I don't know. I've seen some gameplay of it online. Not enough for me to form a real opinion, but I'm never gonna. Avowed is only on Xbox, or is it is it on PC? Is it on Steam?
It should be on PC. I would have to double check though. Let me double check.
I was gonna say I can never play it anyway because I don't have an Xbox.
If you have
I mean, I guess
Game-
I could if I had Game Pass. Yeah. Oh, it's on
Steam.
it's on Steam? Oh.
Yeah.
Well then, there goes something I can buy for my Steam Deck. But yeah, I've heard mixed things about it, but it looks cool to me. It looks like something I would play. So,
Mhm.
it reminds me of Skyrim a little. That's what people have been saying too.
That's what it's being compared to. Yeah, that
Yeah.
type of open world
Yeah.
RPG fantasy.
hmm Cool. But no, that's it. That's it for you, Jaja.
That's it for me.
I've done a lot, so I can make up for it. Actually, I haven't. I've done a few, but I can go next though. Let's see. I Oh God, I'm forgetting. Okay, I watched all my weekly animes, so I watched Sakamoto Days and like all the other weekly shows that I watch, like Apothecary Diaries and Honey Lemon Soda and My Happy Marriage. Been watching that. I need to get back into. I haven't watched JoJo's in weeks. I need to get back on that.
Oh man.
I know. I'm sorry, James, but I'm gonna get back to it. It's just hard because I know that I have to binge that, and I haven't had time to binge it. But I'm gonna get back into it. What else? I watched Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I watched all of it.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes, I watched all of it. I actually just finished the last episode, like literally like 20 minutes before this podcast. So, and I started it yesterday. So I blazed through that. I watched Invincible. I'm caught up on Invincible. Um, what else? I think that was all I've been watching. Non-nerdy thing. White Lotus started again last week. I don't know if any of you watch White Lotus, but we watched both seasons of that in preparation for the new season. It's not really nerdy, but just wanted to throw that out there.
I was gonna mention that actually. I've been craving some like live action. Like I've been watching a lot
Yeah.
of animated stuff. So White Lotus was the show that I'm about to start this week.
Okay, so but you've never
Either
seen it
that
before.
or
You've never seen it
Paradise.
before?
No.
Oh, you should watch White Lotus so we can talk about it.
All
It's
right.
an
Cool.
awesome show. It's really good. Um, that took up a lot of time. So, I played a little bit of Elden Ring yesterday. I'm gonna play some more today, but I haven't gotten very far of where I said of last week when I said I was gonna beat the game. Um, but maybe today. Who knows? And then I bought The Sims 2 Legacy. A couple weeks ago on this podcast, I talked about how they re-released The Sims 1 and The Sims 2, uh, for console and for on Steam. So I bought it for my Steam Deck, and I've been playing it. It runs really well on my Steam Deck, like really, really well. I was actually surprised because it had so much problems when they first released it. Like when they first did the re-release, it was like crashing a lot and people were complaining. But now it seems to be they fixed whatever problems that they we're having because it runs great for me. And this was the first time that I've actually like used my Steam Deck like as a computer. Like I hooked up my mouse to it and like I hooked it up to a monitor and I was like playing that way. It's really cool. It runs pretty solid on there. So I'm looking forward to living nostalgically and playing The Sims 2. Um, is that it? What else did I do? I feel like I did more. Hmm. Oh, I bought my BlerdCon ticket, so I'm officially going to BlerdCon.
Nice.
It was all a conversation before, but I actually bought that. And then I think that is all my nerdy things. Yes, that was it. James, what have you been up to?
My usual shows, so Sakamoto Days, Soul Leveling, Dragon Ball Daima. I finished Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man this week. And then
Nice. So you can
I
talk about it.
also, yeah, I watched Captain America. So after we recorded last time,
We can
I
talk about
went
that too.
that night. Yeah.
Yep.
Uh, the weird thing is the power went out at the movies when I was there. So
Oh,
we had to, like, it stopped for a little while. But they
did
got it
they?
back.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Did
picked
they
it back
did they
up.
Did they
restart
restart
it from the
yeah, did they
beginning?
restart the movie?
Nah, yeah, they
No?
started
Okay.
pretty much where they might have skipped a little bit, but it was like the same conversation was happening when we got
Okay.
back. So I maybe missed one or two sentences, maybe, but nothing too crazy. Um, reading Dr. Stone still, so getting through that. Actually, I bought a bookshelf, but I mean, I can't pick it up and show you guys, but to put my manga and stuff on, I actually have a
Nice.
picture of how it's decorated so far. So this is what I got so far on my bookshelf. So well,
Nice.
you can
Wait,
barely even
is that
see.
a Switch dock? A BMO Switch dock?
Yeah,
Oh my God, I've seen that on that's so cool. I said
so
I
you can
wanted
take
that
the
too.
faceplate thing off and then yeah, play it like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I barely even touch my Switch though. So,
Me neither.
well, I'm about to start playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure since I'm a real Rio fan. So
Okay,
I'll be playing it
sure.
on my BMO. Um, I got a new Spider-Man comic this week. I haven't read it yet, but because I've been doing a whole lot of other reading. Number
Nice.
30. This is Vibranium suit. So he was in Wakanda with Black Panther and Shuri. Some cool stuff is going on, but yeah, he has a vibranium suit now, and he has a ties to this essentially a spider god. So like how Black Panther has Bast the Panther, he has it's actually he's related to Bast, his Bast's brother. So
Interesting.
yeah, spider god. So he's about to be OP. What else did I do? I've been playing Horizon, of course. Actually, I didn't play Marvel Rivals this week, and some new characters just dropped. But I just been playing Horizon because
Yeah.
I'm a real deal gamer, so you know how it goes.
How far are you in Horizon? How much did you play?
A whole lot. I don't even know percentage wise though.
Okay.
Um, I've been doing some of the side missions because you get skill points as a reward from the side mission, so that helps you level up quicker. So
Yeah.
I've been doing the side missions. So I
Oh,
haven't been
wow.
purely story.
That's a first for you. I feel like you don't do side missions ever.
Yeah, they usually don't give you anything cool, but they give you like skill points for your skill tree and stuff like that. So it's directly beneficial to do the side missions.
They give you an opportunity to savor the game so you don't rush through it.
Exactly. And make your character stronger.
In this case, yes. But in most cases, no.
Yeah.
Um,
And my new book I'm reading is The Promised Land, Barack Obama's autobiography. Yeah,
okay.
I was gonna start Children of Blood and Bone, but actually, so I have this book. I had it pretty much since it came out, but I never finished it. So I just
Okay.
restarted it. Because I was at like chapter 7, but now I'm on chapter maybe 13. I've been flying through. I was doing so much reading
You're
yesterday.
flying through all types of reading. Ugh, I love reading as much as you do, James, but I'm just stuck because I'm not, you know what? It's fine. I'm not gonna really talk about it. But I'm trying to get back to your reading level.
You know,
There's not enough
sometimes you got to do some reading.
there's not
Sometimes you got
enough
to do
time.
some gaming.
There's not enough time in the day to do everything nerdy. Like I usually read
No,
on
it
my
isn't.
commute to work, but then it's like I'm tired because I went to the gym in the morning, so then I fall asleep on my commute, or I'm too tired to read. It's
Oh
just
man.
so hard. Life's
Yeah,
hard.
no, I had no track meet yesterday, so had all day to do whatever. So yeah,
Yeah.
I bought and put together a bookshelf. I played some games. I did some reading. I was doing so much stuff yesterday.
I love that Children of Blood and Bone keeps falling down. I hope that's the next book you're reading.
Yeah, it's probably next. I don't have any holds on the Libby app, so once I finish this book, because I physically own this one, so like, I don't have to wait on any library or anything like that. But I looked on there and it wasn't like a waiting period for me to get it. So it hopefully it's still that way when I finish the current book I'm reading, and
Hopefully.
then I can go ahead and start. But
I think the holds will start when the movie's coming out. Then people are gonna flock to read the book. But like
probably so, yeah.
right now, I think you're good.
Yeah, but well, I do have some other physical books that I could read, but they could probably wait.
Nice.
Yeah, but I think that's all my nerdy things.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we've all been fairly busy. Uh, I was about to ask Jaja a question, but I forgot. Never mind. It'll come back to me
No,
randomly
I
in the
haven't
middle of the
finished
podcast.
the book.
Huh?
I haven't finished the
Oh, I
book.
was gonna ask if you've been reading it though, but no, right? Probably.
Not this week.
Okay. Okay. I'm determined to finish this book,
I'm gonna finish
but
it. I'm gonna finish it.
I will say it's not my favorite read, but I am determined to finish it because I don't like not finishing stuff that I started. But
Yeah, I need to find out what
Besides
happens at the
games.
end, to be
oh,
honest.
well,
I've
yes.
gotten too, yeah, I've gotten too far not to finish.
Yeah. Um, we will finish that, but it's just taking longer than anticipated. But James, we'll get into some nerdy news since we're all good with nerdy things. But James brought up Marvel Rivals. That is our first sad discussion topic. So, the Marvel Rivals director and others were laid off this past week. And this was just months after the game launched. And we all know the game is wildly successful. But apparently, in the video game industry, even if your game does really well, your job is not safe. So that's what happened. And yeah, I don't know. People are confused. I'm also confused. There's a lot of weird things going on in the gaming industry right now why these layoffs occurred. I don't think that they said. I think it was to like. I think they said that it was to, like boost efficiency or like. Is that what they said? They said something that
Yeah, there was no real
no
reason
real
that
reason.
made sense.
No.
But it is worth noting this is their team on the West Coast in the US. So
Mm,
the company itself is based out of China. So
mm,
it may have been redundancy. That would have made more sense to they're like, hey,
yeah.
we probably don't need this team because we have our HQ here in
Yeah.
whichever city in China they're in. But
It's always about redundancies, but that's a good point to bring up as well. It's just unfortunate because I mean everyone worked towards the game and the game was wildly successful, so it is unfortunate that you that these individuals lost their jobs. But still, the game is wildly popular. Um, and oh, that's what I was gonna ask you, Jaja, if you've played my any of the new characters that came out this week, because I know James said he didn't play Marvel Rivals.
Negative.
Dang, it's really been taking up all your time.
Yes, it's been like that. That's why I was saying it's kind of like work. It was
it's a
fun
lot of
work.
work, yeah, busy.
Yeah, a lot
I
of
watched some streams. The new characters look fun. I watch streams a lot. I don't know. I never mentioned in my nerdy things, but I watch streams pretty much every single day.
really.
Yeah.
I like to watch streams. I don't watch them that often, but I remember there's been a couple of games that I've just watched people stream instead of buying it myself. Like I remember when Resident Evil Village came out, I watched somebody stream that whole thing just because I'm too scared to play that game, but I watched somebody else play it, but I can't play it. So streams are fun depending on who you're watching.
Yep. I'm on Twitch almost every day watching somebody play something. Usually Marvel
Really?
Rivals, but I watch Kai Cenat stream too. He's streaming Batman games right now.
That's cool.
So he's going to play all four of the Batman games. So he's on the second one currently, but
I have a lot of respect for streamers because I wonder if I would still have the same, like, would I have as much fun playing video games if I then now had to stream to make money, like every day? Like every day you have to put hours into a game.
yeah. Well, I mean, if you enjoy engaging with the audience, like you're already having
Yeah.
fun playing the game, but then like if an audience or your community that you've built up is also engaging
Yeah.
with you while you do it, I think that's where the fun comes in.
Yeah.
I feel like if I didn't have to work nine to like a job and could do that as my job, I could see myself
Yeah.
doing it. But
It takes a lot of work though, because like every streamer started off like I'm sure every single person that got really successful streaming like started off like with a job and then they just had to like put in the extra hours when they came home and be depressed.
mhm,
But that's really what I'm talking about though. Like the people that are not up and coming yet that have to like come home after work and like put hours into gaming when they
Stream
don't
it
mhm.
to
necessarily
four or
want to.
five viewers.
Yeah, exactly. And they like have to work through all of that to like
And then you got to edit your clips and then post it everywhere on 15 different sites. And
it's like podcasting.
yeah,
Well, we only do this once a week, so it's not nearly as much. It's not nearly as time consuming. But I feel the pain of those of those that are just like starting out.
Yeah. I make it a point to watch smaller streamers too, though. So
Yeah,
I don't watch just all huge mega streamers. Some is just random people I met at a con or something like that, or we follow each
yeah,
other on social media. So I do watch smaller streamers too, and I gift subs and donate when possible.
yes.
I'm not
and I
making
Support
think
money
small.
out here like Shannon, but
Oh, okay.
I'll
Whoa,
be
whoa,
giving
whoa.
back.
What are we? The shade is unnecessary. Unnecessary.
mhm.
But okay. Yes, support small businesses, small streamers, as we'll call them.
Exactly.
And
Um,
it's kind of crazy because there's streamers like us who've been like just streaming for years and just doing it for the love and the fun and not really making money off of it. And then you got the big time streamers who don't really specialize in that'll dip into that territory. For example, like Kai Cenat, he's doing the Batman Arkham like live stream until he beats like all three games. But also he'll drop into another like live streamer who's not known, and chat, go to this person's stream and blow them up, and now they making a little something. So
yeah.
he gives back. So, but that's I don't know. Does it take like a viral moment or
It
something or?
does. It does because I was saying this a couple of episodes ago. We've been doing this podcast for a long time, but like if you're not famous already, like it's very hard to like build an audience. But it does take like a viral moment like somewhere. Somebody has to repost you or do something. Something similar is happening to our TikTok right now. Where like again, I'm not posting anything, but every day I go on there, we have tons of new followers every day. And I'm just like, cool.
Nice.
Thank you for the support, all of our new followers, wherever you're
Yeah.
finding us.
Some grinding going on.
Yeah, because literally every single day I go on there and I haven't posted anything, and then there's just new people there. Um, and people had a lot to say about our conversation about GTA being worth $100. Jaja, nobody agrees with you that it's worth that much money.
Listen,
So
there's nothing. What is that word? There's a term for it, like anger baiting, like baiting, like people, like getting a
it's rage bait, rage bait.
rage bait. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how you get engagement. I'm
Yeah.
not mad at that. If I'll be that person.
But yes, please continue to support us and repost our videos like some people have been doing. So put us out there. Love it. Thanks. Wow. I feel like we went on a tangent. What were we talking about?
Marvel
Streamers?
Rivals.
Marvel
Oh, my
Rivals.
browser. And then I don't know how we started talking about streamers. Um, but yeah, my train of thought's gone. Sorry to the people at Marvel Rivals that lost their jobs. And I don't know. This is a weird time to be in the video game industry. Like, I don't know. Would you be afraid to get into video games at this point? I would.
For sure. Yeah. Your game's doing well. There's a risk of being laid off. Your game does poorly. You know for sure someone's getting laid off.
Yeah. And like I can't like I would imagine right now the video game market is probably like hard. Like I feel like it's even hard for people who were already in video games to find other jobs in video games when they get laid off because I just feel like everyone's laying off and like no one's really hiring like that. I could be wrong, but that's just what it
Well,
feels like. So it's an unfortunate time for that industry.
I feel like when it comes to developing a game, a lot of the team that's a part of like developing the main game, once the game like comes out, a lot of those people gotta find something else to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They gotta either start working on another game, like the people who
Yeah.
do the music. Like once the game comes out, like what you gonna do? Like you gotta go find some else, place else to do music, the actors, the writers.
But
Like, so this, like, from what I'm reading, is like they just trimmed down the team to like exactly
yeah,
what they needed for the to keep the live service going and to innovate,
yeah,
but they don't really need all the, bells and
The
whistles that
groundwork of
they do.
developing.
yeah. I wonder if developers that work for companies, I wonder if a lot of them are on contracts. Because it's true though, like once you're done developing your game, like I mean maybe you're just jumping to the next game, but I wonder like if they're on like prefix contracts.
There are a lot of contractors,
Yeah,
and there was at one point, I don't know if they did unionize, but there were union talks of game development unionizing. But yeah,
yeah,
there are a lot of contract workers. So like
yeah,
those, they don't term it as layoffs, but it's just the end of the contract. So then like your job is done basically.
yeah. Because like
Mhm.
that's how it works everywhere in the industry, right?
And like,
Film,
cause
like
like you,
writers, directors, like once they're done with their movie, then you're on to the next
right.
thing. Yeah,
I was gonna say something similar because like some of the programmers, they got to stick around to make sure the game keeps running and patch it up and
yeah,
all that stuff. But there's a lot of people that are working on the game that aren't programmers. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So
yeah. Exactly, it's true. Um, so yeah, um, but the game is still good though. But yeah, sorry for those people for sure. All right,
speaking
Judge.
of, I was
Hmm.
gonna say speaking of people getting laid off and teams getting trimmed down,
Oh God.
there's one team that just seems to keep growing and growing,
Oh,
and
okay.
we kind of got a little roadmap of what their 2025 is looking like, and it's seeming pretty jam packed
That was a good
to me.
segue, Jaja. That was a good segue.
So, yeah, we're talking about Xbox, Green Gang over here. Shout
Mm,
out to Microsoft, shout out to Phil Spencer.
okay. Take us through the roadmap, Jaja. What are you excited about? There's a lot of stuff coming out.
Um, so what? We just got Avowed, and then we got I don't have the exact dates. I'm just gonna spit out the games pretty
Mm.
much. We got Towerborn coming next. Um, we got South of Midnight coming out. We got Doom, The Dark Ages. I'm excited for all of these, by the way. The Outer Worlds 2. Then we got Ninja Gaiden 4. I mean, yeah, Ninja Gaiden 4, and then Fable. And then those are
Oh
the
my God,
games
there's
that are
another Fable
confirmed.
game coming out? I did not know that. Maybe I did actually.
Yes, we did. We've been waiting for this game since last year. They've been showing
That's true.
trailers. Yeah, you've seen it. If you see a
Actually,
picture, you'll
yes.
remember.
Yes, yes, yes.
Um, so yeah, it looks like we're seeing the results of all those acquisitions, and Phil Spencer has been saying a lot that he's trying to like give the teams time that they need to develop the games. Like he's not pressuring them, and since they have so much coming out, like there should be no need to pressure anybody. Let them come out when they're ready to come out. And um, I mean, I see this all as a good thing. Some people see this as a bad thing because everyone's thinking that Xbox is going to go third party and just drop the system as a whole and just become a publisher. I mean, it's looking more and more like that every day. Um, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that part, but I'm glad for the good games coming out. And then beyond that, we got State of Decay 3. I'm a huge State of Decay fan. There's a game called Contraband. I don't remember what that's about.
I see that they're
Um,
making a Blade game. I did not know that. That sounds interesting.
yeah. I think we talked about them
Yeah,
announcing
we
it,
talked
but we
about it
haven't
Did
a
really
we?
while ago.
heard.
Oh my God.
There was an
Yeah,
announcement, but no
yeah. No
showing of
pictures.
anything.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because it's probably gonna take forever, just like we're still waiting on this Wolverine game years later. But
Yeah.
it's fine.
I mean, I've been seeing updates on that Wolverine game.
Have you? What was the last update you saw? Because I
They
feel like
got
I haven't seen
gameplay.
anything.
There's
They have
gameplay
wait,
out.
they have gameplay out? No, they don't.
Yeah,
Where?
there's gameplay videos out of the new Wolverine game.
I have
Some
It
not
gameplay
doesn't
got
seen.
look
leaked.
it doesn't look like super great. That's probably why you haven't heard nothing. It looks like
Oh,
Marvel.
it was a
It looked
leak.
like Marvel Avengers to me.
Okay, but it was a leak though, so like who knows? It's probably not even done. Don't even. Let's see.
Some early development leaks.
Well, yeah, this
So,
definitely looks early development. I'm looking at it now. Like this does not look anywhere near like a finished product.
yeah, so yeah, it's like him just hopping around and tackling people. Yeah.
Don't. This looks. We don't even do. I don't. Do we even have a release date for this game yet? There's still probably plenty of work left to do on it.
I don't think they even announced the year that it's coming out. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's
This definitely looks like a very mid stage. But don't hate on us, Jaja.
Not hating, not
Okay,
hating.
okay. Okay, what else is coming out that you're excited for?
The Gears of War E-Day.
Okay.
I'm always excited for another Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls. I love Elder Scrolls. And Perfect Dark, I guess, is another big one that uh in development. I don't really know the rest of the Everwild and what's this? I don't really know the rest of these. And then they're not like, the dates haven't been confirmed, so hopefully they don't get canceled or anything like that.
So 7 confirmed games coming out this year from Xbox. And then
And those are just the big ones. They don't even have like, they just dropped Ninja Gaiden on Game Pass, like the smaller releases like that, they don't even have on here. So
more to come.
there's they're dropping a lot of games. And
Yeah.
it's like it seems more and more like, do they really need the system or can they just really like in my head they would make more money just off publishing games instead of,
I mean,
developing the
probably.
hardware to
You know how
take
much it
the
costs to develop hardware? A lot.
It's a lot of
so
research and development.
Yeah. So I mean, they probably could do without it. I mean, I feel like they've already kind of laid that groundwork. So at this point, like,
Mhm.
does it really make
And then
sense?
the whole portable system talk, like that even falls more in line with it, like to not even build a big console. Hey, just take this portable system and
Yeah.
now you can play the games anywhere. Like it doesn't have you don't have to be sitting in front of your TV. But what's interesting is that the Xbox On documentary that I'm like obsessed with. I've watched it like I just watched it again over the weekend because I was watching a whole bunch of retro game stuff while I was doing my thing, right? So if Dad, where was I going with this? What was I saying right before?
You were talking about them building a handheld system instead of a
Oh
actual
yeah,
console.
so their whole thing, the reason why they all started Xbox, because Sony was like, we're gonna put this box in the living room, and it's gonna replace the computer, and Microsoft was concerned with Sony, like controlling the living room.
Hmm.
So like, did that change recently? Like that's my question. Like, or like, I don't know. It's interesting to see how.
It at this point, it definitely makes more sense for them to explore a handheld console than it does to explore an actual console because, like you said, like I don't know, they're everywhere now. Like they don't really need to do that. But I think people would benefit from having a dedicated handheld console to play their Xbox games on instead of like lugging their computer around or like their iPad. It'll be a better experience to play on an actual like something handheld that's meant to run games like that. So that's probably where they should put their money. Not on an actual like living room console, but on a handheld console. I think that would probably be better for them. But they have to hurry up and do that though, because again, the market is saturated. So
And it used to be about which system can play the game the best,
yeah.
but now the technology is kind of like both systems are kind of like. I mean, I haven't heard much talk about them, which one is more powerful. I think the Xbox X is supposed to be more powerful, like technically,
Then what?
than the PS5.
Is that true?
Pretty sure.
Hmm.
You want
I
to
feel like
bet?
we should fact check that. Someone, wait, James, you Googling it?
Let's
I see
do
you
it.
typing.
I was just watching some Xbox stuff, and they were like, "We're gonna go back to our roots and build the most powerful console, like we did with the original OG Xbox." So if it's not about which system plays the game the best, then what is the decision making when it goes to like it's just which system does your friends have like,
Mhm.
Yeah, it
and it
says
seems like
Xbox Series
the
S is more powerful than PlayStation. PlayStation
Says
5.
it says the difference is very small though. Very small.
yeah yeah, but like I feel like Xbox has a lot of momentum, and for them to like drop the whole console thing, I don't know, it's a weird timing.
Well, the better question here is, will you be paying $70 for any of these games?
Ah.
Ooh, good
That is a good
question.
question. The only question that matters.
I don't think I have to because I think all of these come out on Game Pass.
Do they?
Avowed's on Game
Avowed is
Pass.
on Game Pass? Oh, well.
Battleborn, South of Midnight, Doom. I'm pretty sure all of these are going to be on Game Pass.
Can somebody explain to me how games become successful when it just drops on Game Pass day one? Is it
Because
because
people still buy them,
I guess, but not as much? I don't
and
know.
it depends. It depends on the the contract I guess they have with the developer. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
like I think it works a little bit similar to like music streaming. Like we don't know how much these streams are worth, how much they get
But
paid off of each stream and each song, but
I
it's
be
like the same thing. We're streaming the game on Game
That's
Pass.
true. But I be reading that that artists don't make that much off streaming. Well, I guess it depends.
I would
But
imagine Microsoft makes the chunk of the money than the person who actually made the game.
yeah.
And a Game
Um,
Pass especially helps like people who are like not really known to get some shine a little bit because now you got your small game sitting next to an Avowed. You know what I mean? More people tend to try it out than buy it.
yeah, I guess so. It's just interesting. It's very interesting.
It is. It is.
Um,
I would love to know how they make money off Game Pass. I'm very interested in it too.
yeah. Um,
Because it
sorry.
seems like they need the subscribers to go up for it to seem
But that's what I'm saying.
confident.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
Because it's like you're making a stable amount of money, you know, each month. Well, yeah, because if
maybe
you're
getting rid of the console is gonna force more subscribers to Game Pass. I don't know.
maybe because like say a whole year goes by and they get no new subscribers to Game Pass, then it's like, how is it? Whatever. I guess I mean it's the same thing as any streaming service, like Netflix. If no one subscribes to Netflix, then they're losing money. But
And they
And they
raise the
just
price
raise the
either way.
price.
and they
Right.
raise the price either way. Like Netflix raised their price, they're raising their prices again, and
And there's nothing you can do about it.
not you could cancel because like
Oh
it's I
yeah.
think Netflix is straight up scamming um the citizens of the world, honestly, because all they do is release new shows and then they take 3 years, 4 years, 2.5 years, however many years to make a new season, or they cancel it, and then you don't get another season, and then it's just then they just keep giving you the runaround. So, but they cancel it and they're not offering you anything else. Like what? You're raising the
Yeah,
price
but
for what? What am I getting for you raising the
they've
price on
been
Netflix?
adding new genres left and right. Look, they're about to be the new king of anime.
Okay, but the thing is though, the thing is, I guess, but it's like you can't trust anything on Netflix because it's like they're notoriously known for canceling their shows after a season or two, in the middle of a big cliffhanger. And I
They're
just want to
making you
know,
wait.
yeah, I just want to know what I'm getting for my money, for my almost
But
$25 that I'm
on
spending
the,
on Netflix now, which is
on,
ridiculous.
on the other hand, they're also known for picking up shows and reviving very good shows that should have never been canceled, i.e., Warrior. And I don't
Oh
know
my
if this
God,
is a
yes,
good show or
Warrior.
not,
Warrior's so
but
good.
they just
Man,
picked up Halo from Paramount.
they did
They're
pick up
bringing back
Halo.
Halo.
Yep. Warrior was
So,
such a good show. And I remember,
anyway,
that was a great show. Do you watch Warrior, James?
Nah.
Oh my God, you should. You would like that
wait,
show.
What is that?
was James on the pod when we did Warrior?
No, no, no. James
Nah,
wasn't on the pod when we did
I was
Warrior.
still listening back then. I
Okay.
was a fan.
Oh nah, you gotta watch Warrior.
Well,
Shannon Lee, Bruce Lee. Oh,
yeah.
it's an amazing
Oh,
show.
that show. I forgot it was even coming on. I watched the first season.
Oh, you did? Oh, you did
Yeah,
watch it.
all
Okay,
right.
that's what I
Yeah.
thought. I'm like, wait a minute. I feel like
Oh,
we've
there was
talked
only
about
one
this.
season?
No, there's 3 seasons.
There's like four now. There might be
Netflix,
four.
because Netflix, it was on HBO, right? And then Netflix picked it up. So
No,
it's
it
on Netflix
first
now.
came out on Cinemax.
Oh, Cinemax, and then Netflix picked it up, or HBO picked it up. Somebody picked it up. You can watch it on HBO Max and on Netflix, but there's 3 seasons out, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll binge it.
Yeah, I gotta actually. I'm behind too because I have not watched season 3, so I have to make time to catch up on that also.
They almost got canceled after season 2. I was like, "There's no way."
Great show. Um,
But, um, but yeah, Netflix, the good and the bad.
sorry,
You're
can
gonna
I?
pay for it either way. So
But you see, and this is the problem. They're taking advantage of us because they know that cable's dead. So they're just like, and you know what's funny? So I don't pay for any ads when I do subscription services. So like I don't really have anything to compare this to, but I had my Prime Video still had ads on it because I don't watch Prime Video that often. But when I was binging Invincible, the ads are really getting on my nerves. So I upgraded to ad free because I didn't want to keep because like because guys, why
There you
on
go.
my Prime Video am I watching 6 ads? Like a 5-minute commercial break. It's so crazy. It was really annoying me. There were like 4 to 5 to 6 ads each time. And I'm like, this is like watching cable. It's not supposed to be that bad.
wait,
It,
didn't I send something to you guys about one of the companies? I think it was Netflix
no, it
saying
was
that
it was Hulu. It
It
was
was
Hulu.
Hulu.
Hulu. Even though you pay for no ads, we can still put ads in some of the shows.
They put
I'm like,
ads
what?
like they usually put ads like in the beginning and the end. They don't put it in the middle. Well,
Okay.
not that I've seen.
Still,
Um,
that's egregious. I'm
I mean,
paying for no ads. How
you
dare
can
you?
put an ad in the beginning. I don't care. Just don't interrupt my show every 5 minutes and put 6 advertisements in there. I just thought that was egregious. Do other services, are there commercial breaks that long?
I don't know.
Okay.
But that explains why Invincible episodes feel so long to me. They feel like hour long, so like I don't know.
I
They
mean,
feel mad long.
they are like 40, some of them are like 50 minutes without the ads, but
Okay.
like, yeah, there's so many ads and I'm just like, this is unacceptable. So that's why I had to upgrade because I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It was taking way too long to get through it. But I just find that to be egregious because this is supposed to give me an advantage over watching cable television. And if you're showing me 6 commercials that are totaling 3 minutes in length, what is the point? I feel like even with an ad service, give me like 1 to 2 ads every time.
Listen,
Don't give me
at
six
least
ads at once.
at least they're not as egregious as Xbox is, and they're like, "Oh, Call of Duty's coming out. We're raising the price right before the game comes out." It's like, y'all, that was dirty. That was dirty, Xbox. But it's okay.
But you
I
see,
forgive
people have to make money, I guess, because if you're not getting a ton of new subscribers, then you have to make money some way. So I guess that's the only way for them to do
you.
it. But
You want a fun fact? That Xbox and Microsoft are one of the reasons why Netflix is so popular right now
is that
because
true?
they put it on a app. They were the first ones to make a deal with them to have them on the console.
Hmm.
So they pretty much introduced them to like millions of people through Xbox and just having it on the Xbox on the TV. So that's gave them a huge boost.
Still though, I feel like I'm being robbed every month when I watch
Yeah, we
all of my
are.
auto subscriptions come out. Like, guys, okay, Netflix is $25. I'm paying $19 for my Hulu Disney Plus subscription, like my bundle. I'm paying what am I paying? $17 for YouTube Premium? Is that how much it costs? Something like that. What else? Shout out to Peacock and what's the other one? Paramount for only still being like $6 or $7. Great job. I'm paying like $14 for Crunchyroll. It's crazy, guys. It's so crazy. Doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
that's
Listen,
it's almost 100 a month, Shannon.
I know,
the,
I know,
the,
I know.
the strategy is you got to wait till Black Friday and get all the Black Friday streaming deals, and then
But
you
you
got
see,
to do
all
it
the
like
Black
that.
Friday streaming deals are with ads, and I don't know, guys.
Listen, I'm paying
I
eight
can't watch that.
bucks total for Hulu, Disney, and what's the
Max,
other one?
Max
Max. I'll
with
take
ads.
ads.
I don't know.
Get
I just
eight
can't.
bucks for all
I
three.
mean, I guess it's just me being picky. I just can't stand it. I can't stand watching ads in the middle of my shows. I can't.
Yeah.
That's why,
I guess, well, I mean, the ads pay the money, so they would
yeah,
either pass the buck on to subscribers or throw more ads in there. So
yeah, I get it.
it's
But
a catch 22.
I'm not a fan of just continuing. I feel like all the time I'm getting an email from one of these subscription services. We're raising our prices. Why?
That's why you buy stock in that company and then you had
It's
never
true.
had to pay again.
It's true. That is true. That's good advice from James. Sorry, we've got on a very, very weird tangent. Just circling back to video game news really quick. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, didn't do so great. Well, they didn't meet their sales expectations when it launched on PS5 exclusively, last year. But, it released on Steam. Uh, I think this past month it released on Steam. January it released on Steam, and is now, the number 3 game in the US right now, which is great. Which, is having people wonder, are their exclusive PS5 releases shooting them in the foot? I would say so. Because their Steam sales are doing really, really well right now. So there's a market for these games, and then when you lock them into exclusives, you don't see as much profit as you could potentially see. But that's another question about like how do companies work out these exclusive deals? I'm assuming Sony pays them money to only develop their game for them, right? But I guess you could always be
Mhm.
making more money if you release it cross-platform.
Right.
Um,
I was just gonna say that. I'm like, wait,
yeah,
if you if it is kind of shooting them in the foot because if
it
it's
is.
selling more on Steam, then you don't think it would sell even more if it was released on Xbox and
Yeah.
Nintendo?
But
So
this is a good, I'm wondering if they're rethinking their future games now. Like maybe the third part of Final Fantasy won't be a PlayStation exclusive unless they already signed a contract with them for like all three of the games that are supposed to be in this, um, franchise. We'll see. But, um, yeah, I mean, like undoubtedly they'll be more successful if your game is available in more places than if it's just available in one place. Uh, but just really quickly, we can go through the top 20 best-selling games in the US for January. Again, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is number 3, which is good news because I was really scared at first that like they weren't gonna move forward with part 3 because like their sales from part 2 weren't as expected, but this should this boost of sales from Steam, I don't know why I keep saying Steam, should put it back on track, hopefully, so the game won't be canceled because that would have been very sad. But number 1 is Call of Duty, and 2 is Madden NFL 25, which I was kind of surprised by because people don't talk about Madden as much as they talk about 2K. So I didn't think Madden was still as popular as it was.
I'm this year. People have been talking about EA college football being better than Madden 25, so I'm
Right?
surprised at that.
Is that even on this list? Or this
Yeah,
is
so it's number 7.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. EA Sports FC 25 is number 4. Minecraft, number 5. People love Minecraft. And then Spider-Man 2, number 6, because it released for PC, so it's back up there. Um, Hogwarts Legacy, I'm surprised is still so high on the list. I don't know, it's been a while since that game came out, so I'm surprised that it's number 9. Sonic Generations is 10, Helldivers is 11, Helldivers 2. Astrobot is 12, which is surprising for a game that won so many
Real
awards.
quick, Hogwarts Legacy has been like they've been like giving some really good sales on it recently. I've seen it
Yeah.
for like $40, so that could be why.
Oh, maybe, yeah, you're right. Uh, but yeah, sorry, Astrobot's kind of low for a game that won all the awards that it won, but I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Waiting for a price cut.
What happened?
That's not going to happen anytime soon. It needs a little price cut.
Oh, you know what? That is why. Because again, video games are getting too expensive. That is why games are not selling as well as people thought. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is number 13. Super Mario Party Jamboree 14. Elden Ring 15. Elden Ring still selling well. 2 years later. Love that. Um, Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth Twin Pack, so that's the combo of both the games together, 16. Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 is 17. Motorfest is 18. UFC 5 is 19, and It Takes Two is 20. Um, it's a interesting list.
So I want to say something real quick about Black Ops 6.
Hmm.
So one of my coworkers just told me, did you see the Ninja Turtle skins that they dropped?
Yeah.
No.
So they dropped some Ninja Turtle skins on there that look absolutely amazing. Like the graphics of the Ninja Turtles, they look crazy. They're like, I guess, Last Ronin style, I would say. But he told me how like you pay with it with the COD points, but obviously you can buy the COD points. So he bought all 4 skins. You want to know how much it costs in dollars
How much?
to buy all 4?
$30. 50. 30.
90.
Nine, what?
I said you paid $90
Get
for all 4 skins.
get out.
That's sick.
And when Master Splinter comes out, he's like, I'm gonna get that too. I'm like, oh my God.
But you see,
$22 per turtle. That's crazy.
that
Oh
is
That's
my
why it's number
God.
1 on the list.
insane.
And that's exactly.
Yeah. So
But
this list,
okay,
it seems misleading because most of these games have been out for quite a while. So,
yeah,
I mean, that doesn't speak to how much money Final Fantasy made by releasing on
Right.
Steam.
yeah,
So it's just, it says based on dollar sales,
based
but
on dollar sales, yeah.
when it launched on Steam, it launched at a discounted price as well.
Did it?
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
I think it was like 30% off when it came on Steam.
but that also but that can contribute to the list too because it's cheaper, so more people are buying it because they can afford it, you know. Sorry, how much is Call of Duty right now? Is it still 70?
Pro-
Is it
Probably
70?
still 70. Yeah.
Ugh. Do you see? This
But
is exactly what I'm talking about.
yeah.
We're being ripped off, people.
Is
So
this list taking into account the sales of like the DLCs and all that stuff, the add-on stuff?
yeah, that's a good question. So you're out $70 on Black Ops 6, then you're out an additional $90 if you buy all 4 of the Ninja Turtle skins at $22 a pop. So that is a crazy
And,
amount of money into this game that you've spent. That's
and
insane.
if you're buying Ninja Turtle skins, there's a high percent chance that you're buying the battle pass. You're buying a whole bunch of other stuff.
My God, somebody please tell me, somebody who plays Black Ops 6 and also is guilty of buying in-game content and DLC. How much money have you sunk into the game? And
Oh, I can
was
get
it
that
worth
for
it?
you. If I can
Was
get
it worth
that
it to you?
number for you.
I just want somebody to tell me, is it worth it? This is an investment
Yeah.
at this point.
So DLC is included in this list because Minecraft, it's not free, but
Yeah,
it's $30. No way it's topping lists
yeah.
for a
Mhm.
$30 game. People are not still buying Minecraft
Oh no,
at
people are
that rate.
buying
So
stuff in
it's
game in
And
Minecraft.
yeah.
That's what
So
it is.
I feel
in-game purchases count towards. So it's in-game purchases on Black Ops 6 that has it this high up.
Yeah.
mm,
But Ninja Turtle skins are
Dad,
$22 a pop, of course.
what did Minecraft drop in January that got everybody buying it?
I don't know. I think
Oh,
Minecraft is continuing to
Yeah,
like
no,
drop
people
stuff.
aren't buying the game. It's the
It's just
in-game
stuff.
purchases.
Yeah.
and
Skins
this
and all
asterisk,
this other
the
stuff.
asterisk kind of makes me feel like it's like all the Minecraft games that fall under it, like all the spin-off games that they made, but maybe not. I don't know.
There's an asterisk next to Minecraft, and I wonder what the asterisk indicates. Some are all digital sales are not included to. Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go.
Uh,
So
some are
not
not all
all.
digital sales are included in the data. Yeah.
So what? It
So
should be even higher.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
it could
Yeah.
be even higher. It's looks like it's an estimation.
Yeah, but there's all sorts of things you can buy in Minecraft, and Minecraft is still very popular. So I imagine
So
the.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, I'm joking around with him because I'm like, it's funny because all the skins in Call of Duty make you so like, I forget the word, but like you can't hide with these skins. I'm gonna
Yeah,
I'm
they're
gonna see
highly
the dude
visible.
with lightning running through his chest every time he runs past me, and I'm gonna like it just puts a target on your back in the game.
That it's just I don't it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, obviously if you have the money to spend on it and that's what makes you happy, go ahead. But I just feel like it literally is an
That's
investment.
exactly what Shannon says at cons when she's convincing me to buy stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. Yep, you're right, James. That is
It's
what
an investment.
See how she does? Oh,
Get
on a
out of
random
here.
note, you guys know
Mhm.
what I bought? I forgot to show you guys. I
Look,
put them
look,
under
look,
eight
look. And
things.
here's James buying stuff and he's talking about
This,
me. What'd you buy?
I bought this back in January. It finally came out, but PlayStation Elite controller. So Midnight Black.
Look at
Ooh.
James buying Wait, didn't you where's your 30th anniversary controller?
I never bought it. It
Oh,
was
you didn't buy it. Okay, okay.
yeah. So I bought this one instead. So it's the
Okay.
DualSense Edge. So the Pro controller basically.
Okay.
I was
Fire.
gonna buy the 30th anniversary, but it was pretty much the same price as the Pro controller, like a new Pro controller that was coming out. So I was like,
Okay.
well, what? And that was a non-Pro edition. So
Got it.
yeah,
Look at James talking about me.
that was
What
my
he
gift.
bought.
That was my Valentine's Day gift to myself.
Look at that. You see, James is like,
How,
if
Really?
you James is like, buy it for yourself. If you if like you see, this is
how
exactly
much was it? Was it over 100?
Yeah, it was 200.
what
Okay.
you
Yeah, the
what?
brand new ones.
Oh no. First of
I
all,
think the Xbox Elite 2 might be that price too, but they're up there.
I don't
Yeah,
appreciate this shade being thrown at me right now.
They're
James is
worth
over
it
here
though.
spending $200 on a controller. I would never spend
this
$200
is
on
an
a controller.
investment though.
That is an
Yeah,
investment. That's gonna be in your hands like
I
for
hope it is.
hours.
Yeah. Well,
You
so
know?
the sticks they're removable. So like if I ever get stick drift, I can swap out the sticks. And I think it costs like $10 or $20 for new joysticks. So
Wow.
like you can swap those. So I don't have to buy another actual controller again.
James
So
is
Oh
justifying his
wow, I'm
purchase.
big
seeing
Worth
time
that.
it.
investment. Yeah, big time investment there.
Okay.
So if you're like James, go ahead and spend all the money on Black Ops 6 you want to. Go ahead. It's
No,
an investment.
you
I don't
It's
know
an
the
just
last
investment.
time I
inspired me
played
to
Black
look up.
Ops.
I might have to get the Xbox Elite too, and it's only like 120 I'm seeing on average.
That's not bad.
Oh,
That's
and
not
now look,
bad. Oh,
That's not bad.
you're
Yeah.
convincing
yeah,
others to buy, just like you do at
got to
cons.
get that Pro controller. That's important. Seriously.
Yeah. And if they have moddable controllers like joysticks, then you can just swap those out and then you don't have to buy a whole new controller when it drifts.
Yeah.
That's what
Invest.
Nintendo needs to do with this Switch too.
Mm.
I mean, a regular controller is on like $60, $70. That's a lot for just the base controller. You
I
might as
mean,
well
yes,
get the nice one.
controllers are, you might as well get the nice one. What? $60 to $70 versus $200. That's a big difference. What are you talking about? What are
I'm
you
just
talking
levels to the niceness. You don't have to go
Yeah.
for top level nice. You
Well,
know?
my controller that I got with it at first, it has stick drift now. So like I had to buy a whole new $70 controller. So I pretty much have got my money's worth already
Okay, fair
because
enough.
I didn't have to replace a whole new controller. Well, I
Fair
mean,
enough.
if I would have, yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But it should
It's
last
an
the
investment.
duration of the console life, as far as I know.
I mean, yeah, so I guess it is, worth it in that sense. So,
Yeah, since I
What I
like, yeah.
what I want to know is why on the Xbox site it's 170 for the Series 2 Elite controller, but in Target I could get it for 120.
Same thing
get it from Target if you support them.
It's kind of sus.
How much does it cost somewhere else that doesn't shun its DEI?
at
Sorry.
the Microsoft Employee Store is 50% off.
Look at that. Get it from James. You heard that? 50%
What
off at
happened?
the Microsoft Employee Store.
Oh, I only had access to a year. For a
Oh,
year, I didn't,
I'll send
and
you a
I
new
didn't want to
thing.
beg for another invite.
My bad. Yeah, I'll send you a new link.
Bet, yes. That, yo, that store was dope.
um, wow. Another tangent, guys. I love it though. But the moral of the story here is that it doesn't matter if it's a lot of money. Spend it. Spend it if you want to. Do what makes you happy,
Yeah,
guys.
coming from the big spender's mouth.
I'm a very frugal person. I don't know what James is over here talking about.
Frugal with your own money, perhaps.
I really want to know where Shannon put that keyblade.
Oh, it's in a box. It's in the box still.
Man,
But you know what it is though? I don't have, so the walls in my apartment are like very bad and there's not a lot of places, like there's not a lot of studs where I can like drill into the wall to like mount it. So like I don't know where I'm gonna put it. And I really should have
okay.
thought about that before I purchased it, but I like to think I learned a lot since then. I wouldn't go buy a big metal weapon now because I know I have nowhere to put it. But I'll find some
I
place for
want
it.
to say you did better the year before than this year.
No, no, no. Oh, yeah, I spent a lot of money this year. I did.
And
You're
quick,
absolutely right.
like the amount of time it took
Yeah.
you to do it.
I li- yeah.
Like you on a mission, Jaja, I'm looking for this. I need this.
But when I go to BlurCon this year, I will be spending no money.
All right, you heard it here. We're gonna find some stickers somewhere.
The most I'll buy, no, I do want a couple t-shirts, but that's it. I'm not buying anything else though. But anyway, I'll shut up. Anyway, let's continue. Let's move on to TV movie news. James, talk to us. Talk to us about.
Neh Zhu. So forgive me if I'm pronouncing this wrong. I've heard it pronounced multiple different ways. But it's a Chinese animation film is now the highest grossing animated film in history.
Yeah.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
uh,
1.6 billion at the time of the article. It's a few days after that, so I'm sure it's probably made more money by now. But yeah, highest grossing animated film ever.
yeah. Um, it earned 275.3 million over the February 14th through 16th weekend. Yeah, and that brought the total up. That is, first of all, I've never heard of this movie. So, it must be really good. Can you, was this in the movie theaters in the US?
I
Or
didn't
no?
see it anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like I looked.
my question is like, is this like a franchise in China that like is popular over there, or is this just happened to be like a really good movie that got viral and everyone had to go see it? Because like I
Yeah,
don't
because it looks like it's the second one, and I think people just like it so much that they made that much money.
yeah, we gotta find this. Is it coming over here? Hopefully.
Let's see.
'Cause the picture in the article looks like pretty interesting.
Yeah, I watched the trailer for it, and it's beautifully animated.
Okay.
And as far as IMAX numbers goes, the only IMAX movies that are ahead of it are Avengers: Infinity War and Avatar: The Way of the Water.
Oh wait, you can watch it, guys. It's in US theaters.
It was not at the movie theater I went to.
It says it
I don't
opened
know
in
if I'm going to that
theaters.
janky one again. The
It
power went
opened
out.
it opened in theaters across the US last week on Valentine's Day. Um
Oh,
it's probably
gotcha.
one of those things that's only like in a select theaters. Like you know how some anime movies aren't in all movie theaters. It might be one of those
Right.
things.
It's the reason why I didn't go see Titan.
You still haven't
Oh,
seen it? Oh my God,
I'm
you still haven't
so
seen it yet?
mad about that. It's over. It's over. I can't see it. I
Yeah,
wasn't trying
And
to drive an hour to go see it, man. I'm like
that's crazy.
it seems like you would though,
like
honestly. You
45
like
minutes, but like traffic and all that, like
but I
traffic
feel like
45 minutes.
you love Attack on Titan so much. I would think that you would drive an hour away to go see it.
Yeah, yeah, I should have, but yeah.
I wonder if this is playing at AMC. Nope, it's not. I can already tell by how long it's been loading that it's probably not playing at AMC. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it had
renew.
limited show times near
Oh
me,
wait, no, no,
so
no, wait. They are playing it. But with AMC if you're on their A-list thing, they don't anime movies don't count towards that or like for a lot of their stuff doesn't count towards that. So that's weird. But it is playing at AMC. So maybe I'll go see
Yeah.
it.
I mean, I think I'm gonna check this out.
Yeah, I am gonna re-sign up for my AMC A-list pass, guys. So I'm gonna be watching all these movies and talking about them on here as the only one that watched them.
yeah, I was just about to say that, Jaja.
No, 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 no. First of all,
We need like a king sound effect.
first of all, wait, wait, no, 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 no. Can I say something? Can I say something?
The like money flapping and the money counter sound effect.
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
state your defense, Shannon.
Okay, because we're about to talk about Captain America right now anyway, our spoiler heavy review. First of all, if you go see one movie a month, this pays for itself. It's $25 a month. That's how much it costs to buy a movie ticket now, guys. It costs $24 to buy a movie ticket.
Yeah, she's
And
not wrong.
I just okay. So
It's an investment.
we talked about our video games getting too
You
expensive.
got to get your
Is
return by going to see as many movies as you can.
Yeah. Well, we talked about like our video games getting too expensive. Are the movies getting too expensive? And
The
for what
movie's been
reason?
too expensive.
What reason? What reason is there for my movie ticket to cost $25? Why? And then, guys, remember when like the movies used to be like a cheap date for people? Like $10, $11 for your movie ticket. Now you're spending $50 minimum on 2 tickets. I spent $60 on snacks at the movies, not including the ticket.
Man,
Like for two
what kind
people
of snacks
snacks.
you eating? Eating
Okay.
caviar
What
in the
did
movies?
you
No,
order?
it was freaking AMC, the combo. Okay, so it was 2 combos. It was because it was 2 people
I'm
snack.
messing with
It was
you. I know
no,
what
no,
you
but
eat
like
when you get
I'm
to
complaining about this because it's real. So like so the popcorn large drink combo, $26. And then the hot dog large drink combo, like food combo, another $26. Literally almost $60 on snacks after I already spent $50 on movie tickets. That's
That's rough.
crazy. That is
That's
so
rough.
much money. And people wonder why people aren't going to the movie theaters anymore. This is why. It costs an arm and a leg to go see a movie, to go sit there in the dark and watch something on a big screen. What is the reason? Is it because you gave me reclining seats? We've had reclining seats for a long time now. What is happening?
They do have reclining seats.
But some theaters don't have reclining seats, and
I
you're
seen
all
one
still
that
charging me
had
that much.
heated reclining seats. I can
Well,
only imagine how much those
the
tickets cost.
the $26 tickets is usually for the bigger screen and the right. That's
No,
usually
no.
what they charge more money for.
I went to go see Captain America in standard $26. So that means
You
IMAX.
get out of here.
That means IMAX is way more money, and
That's crazy.
that is why no one is going to the movies anymore. Y'all need to cut it out. Cut it out.
Accidentally bought an IMAX ticket one time. Oh man, I regret it. It was like $30.
Exactly. Exactly. It's
Gotcha.
so like
And my experience was not vastly different than what I
I
remember
know.
from other movie theater
And
screens.
like 3D isn't even really like 3D anymore. 3D used to be fun when we had like the little red and blue glasses when we were kids, but now it's
Yeah.
just like, what am I paying for? I don't know. Like it's anyway. I like going to see things in the movie theaters, but this is why the pass is worth it because it's a lot of money. It's expensive. Just going one off individually. Then it's like I can't see another movie this month because I already spent $100 on the movie theater. So like I don't understand. But that's where we are in the world. So the movies are also way, 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 way
Expensive.
too expensive. And then if the movie's bad, you can't get a refund because
You're done
you
for.
already saw the movie. You already saw the movie. It's not like a game where you could get a refund for a game, but yeah, your
Yeah.
time and your
The
money is
movies used to be something that you could just do whenever, like when you're bored. Now it's more like of a luxury like type of thing.
it's a
You
luxury
gotta go
experience.
It's a
strategically.
whole event.
Next, they're going to be charging you $45 to go bowling. All the things that we used to do for cheap
Oh,
for
they
fun.
already doing that.
But anyway, Captain America. We didn't do spoiler heavy review last week because James hadn't seen it yet, but James has seen it yet. James has seen it now. I'm curious to know, James, did you love or hate this movie, or did you just think it was all right?
It was all right. We don't need to do a spoiler heavy review because the whole movie was in the trailers.
That's what I said. I said that last week. I said the whole movie was in the trailer. I don't know.
Not a single surprise left for in theater watching.
Literally not a single surprise. And like I understand that they use the Red Hulk as a marketing strategy to get people to want to go see the movie, but they should have just left the Red Hulk as a, they should have not said anything about the Red Hulk and just let it be a surprise because Red Hulk in that movie was extremely anticlimactic. Like I'm like, this is it? What did you get? Like what, 10 minutes at the end of the
Yeah, they
movie with Red
kept
Hulk?
building up to it.
Yeah.
For him to be in the trailers, I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna be all up and through this movie. But
No. No. So that was a mistake on their part. Like they should have just marketed the movie without him at all and just let people be surprised that it happened. But for them to have used that as their main marketing tool, knowing that it was only going to be this at the end, was a pretty bad mistake, Marvel. Stop giving it all away in the trailers. Uh, but
please,
but besides that, I didn't hate the movie, but I didn't love it. The more I think about it, there's a lot of interesting choices that they decided to make with this movie. Like it was just the movie was a dumping bucket for loose ends. That is what I like to think of it as. Because it's like, why? Like, this movie was a sequel to The Incredible Hulk. Why? The Incredible Hulk came out in 2008. No one cares about anything that happened in that movie anymore. Everyone has forgotten at this point. And to like dredge it up, I feel like this generation right now that's going to the movies hasn't even seen The Incredible Hulk. I don't know. Or like, and there was no indication that like maybe we should go back and watch this movie. I don't know. It was just weird. And then it's like, I'm glad that the Eternals were finally like what happened in the Eternals after 7 or 8 movies finally was brought up. But it just seemed like a weird place to just like dump all the things that were left unresolved. It was just an interesting choice. Like I don't get it. Jaja, did you wait? I don't remember Jaja if you said you liked this movie or not.
I like the movie. It's not anything super crazy. It could have been way, 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 way better.
Yeah,
But it wasn't the worst movie I've seen, but it also had the potential to be way better than it was.
yeah. Uh, there were some
And I
characters,
agree with you. That was the whole loose tying up loose ends, like tying up plot threads that were like we've been wondering about for a while. That's pretty much what this movie felt like instead of a Sam Wilson Captain America movie.
yeah,
And that's what I'm most disappointed about.
yeah. And like a lot of the characters didn't really make sense. Like Juan Carlos Esposito's character was like they made. I feel like they made a big deal also
man,
about
they
him.
hyped him up.
They did. They made a big
Mhm.
deal about him being in this movie, and like he wasn't consequential to the plot at all. Like,
And also, they opened up like it seems like he's gonna come back.
but nobody cares about him though. Like he did not make enough of an impact for for me to care if he comes back or not.
Yeah, he seemed better, and it was that one scene where they're fighting in between the cars, and like the trailer showed most of that, and that was like the best thing that he did. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like so I didn't care about him. I didn't care about I didn't care about the villain because the leader I didn't care about him because like one I forgot about him. Like, yeah, sure. At the end, when we saw the Incredible Hulk 16, 17 years ago, however many years ago it was, I'm pretty sure in the years after, we kind of wondered like what happened to him at the end because the last time we saw him, like the gamma was like leaking into his brain or whatever. So like here he is. He looked really bad. I didn't think that he looked great, the CGI. And also like his motives were like really weird. I'm like, why are you so obsessed with destroying this man? Like I didn't get it. I don't know. It was very weird the whole time. And like I didn't really care. I didn't care about him. I don't know how if you guys felt the same way or if you tolerated it.
I thought it was
No,
weird his power to like see all the scenarios that could possibly happen, and then to choose the right one. Like, are you the walking time
But that's the
stone or
thing,
something?
like you can see all these scenarios and probabilities in your head, but this is what you're choosing to direct all your anger to.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird. Why? 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 Um, so yeah. But and also, I don't know. I guess I don't understand like this movie, they should have modeled this movie kind of after like Civil War. And I don't know why they didn't, because like again, we only have 2 movies from now until the next Avengers, which I'm pretty sure the Avengers is gonna get delayed, guys. I'm calling it now. Like there's the Avengers is supposed to come out next May. There's no way. There's no way that they're gonna do it because it's like there is no Avengers. There's no proper setup, and like they should have used this movie to kind of like start setting it up a little bit. Like all he did was say that the Avengers need to get back together, but like there should have been some hint of some kind of like they should have followed the Civil War model. Civil War was basically like an Avengers movie. They should have did that here because like now it's just gonna feel like super random. So I don't understand why they just didn't do that instead of using the Incredible Hulk as a as a main
I
plot of
mean,
this movie.
while we're talking about not caring about the characters enough, I do want to highlight my boy Rob from Comics Explained. If y'all have a chance, y'all got to go watch his review on this movie
Mhm.
because he pretty much said like they didn't like. There's no reason to care more about Sam Wilson. This movie was supposed to make us care more about him. Like that was the whole thing with Steve Rogers. Like we cared about Steve Rogers, whatever. And he had a pretty good plot for what they should have did in the movie, and it had to do with Sam Wilson finding out about the adamantium being used for Weapon X and how corrupt the government is, and that would have gave you a deeper like psychological thing with Sam Wilson, like how can I work for the corrupt government, like that conflict that they tried to do here, but
Yeah.
they so like I like totally agreed. Like they like did not give us a reason to care about Sam Wilson more or less. And to me, they kind of like downplayed him a little bit because the whole movie they're just highlighting how he's not a superhero and that he only like is there because he has the shield and the suit. But there's other ones. There's other Ant-Man, Iron Man. They don't got powers and they just got a suit, and we don't downplay him the way we're doing Sam Wilson.
Doing Sam dirty on during Black History Month.
And
SMH.
like the whole end, spoiler alert, like where they showed that horrible reshot scene where he's talking to the Red Hulk after we had the fight itself was pretty good,
Mm.
even though I was wondering why he didn't let off the vibranium when he had both wings attached. Like when he like, why didn't you do that? Instead, he waited to the very end. Anyway, this whole speech was like, oh, we're gonna talk him down. We're talking him down.
Our
Like
friendship.
that's how the movie ends.
About that. Yes,
And
exactly.
not only are we gonna talk him down, this is like the worst scene of the whole movie. Like visually, everything,
Yes.
everything.
Yes, it was. It just went like in a completely like a direction it didn't need to go in. And like I don't necessarily think that Sam is a bad Captain America. I just don't think they set him up for success at all. They just did not
Correct.
set him up for success. This movie did not focus on the things it should have focused on. And like if you're gonna make this movie an Incredible Hulk sequel, like it made no sense to me why Bruce Banner wasn't in this movie. Like why are we like this is a sequel to his story and like not one cameo from freaking from the Hulk? Does that make sense? It doesn't make sense to me. Like he should have been in it. You know what I mean? That would have made it better. What
Mhm.
was he doing while he was watching the news about freaking his enemy
Biden.
turning into?
Or maybe he's off world with his son.
Oh yeah, with his weird random son that we learned about in that stupid She-Hulk show. um,
I
um,
and I did get triggered by the first act of this movie
why?
when Sam Wilson made Isaiah Bradley go to the White House after he didn't want to go to the White House
Oh, that whole thing was
and
triggering.
everything that happened. That
Dang,
oh man, that triggered me. I was so mad about that.
dang. Yes,
I was like,
I was triggered by that whole thing too. I was like, I was getting emotional when they handcuffed him and they took him. I was like, dang, man, why are they doing this? Why? It just
yeah,
I
that hurt
felt
a
it.
little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did. It did. And like it is weird. This is weird. Why is Bucky running for Congress? Like what have we seen of Bucky like in all of his appearances that should make us believe that
Yeah.
that he's
Nothing
into
suggested
politics.
to itself that he was going to run for any sort of office.
That he was
So
into
that's where the
politics at all.
power had cut out. So I was like, maybe
Oh,
I missed something here. But yeah, the power cut out when they were talking about that. But it came back on and they were still like talking. So I was like, oh, maybe I missed why. But
no.
apparently I didn't.
Like there's like literally nothing from his past appearances to suggest that he's interested in politics. It does not make sense to me at all, but if that's the way that they want to run, then let them let them do it.
Yeah,
But it was so
I
dumb.
think Bucky's timeline, like post Civil War, is confusing to me because, like, one second he's in Wakanda, one second he's getting a new arm, one
Yeah.
second he's over here. Like, well, yeah.
Can you even run for he was an assassin. He's an assassin. Can you even run for well, that's no, let me shut up because with this current climate that we're in right now, it totally is possible, sure.
Anybody
Sure.
can do anything.
Anyone can do anything. You can be a mass assassin murderer. Run for office. It's cool. No,
How do you feel about Falcon?
about Falcon? He's fine. I have no real opinion. Like he was cool. He was cool. Do you not like him?
Nah, I thought he was cool. A little the
Yeah.
like the jokey stuff was
He's a
kind of
little annoying.
annoying,
Yeah.
but I expected it because they've been running ads with his jokes, and I'm like, if that's how he's gonna be in the movie, that's gonna be kind of like cringe, and it was. But there was one scene that he killed that I was like, oh, I wish they would have gave us more of this. When him and Sam were fighting together, and I forgot where they were, but he had the last hit, and he was like, he said something at the end with the serious face and serious tone, and I was like, oh, that's the Falcon I want to see.
The
That's it. It
Falcon
was
is the
literally like 2 seconds.
so the Falcon is the only member of the Avengers that we know about, yet he's met none of the other Avengers, or nor do we know who the other Avengers are. But the Avengers is coming out in a year and 2 months, guys. We're set up for success there. Totally set up for success. With the only movies in between being the Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. Good job, Marvel. You're doing so well. Killing it right now. Killing
Did
it.
they lose the sauce?
Oh, definitely. The sauce is gone, guys. I'm convinced at this point. The
Oh man,
sauce
they got lost in the
is
sauce.
gone. The
When you
sauce
have
is
enough
gone.
sauce, you're
wait.
lost.
I will wait till after Fantastic Four
Yeah.
because I think Fantastic Four has the chance to pull
Yeah.
things together.
It's not really like in individual movies. I think that they've lost the sauce in like telling an interconnected story. They've lost the sauce there. Because they're not doing a good job right now laying the groundwork for any of like these bigger projects that are coming up. They're like doing a terrible job. So the sauce
Can
is
I
lost
shoot
in
them
that
some
respect.
bail?
Huh?
Can I shoot them some bail?
Go, sure. You can
Aren't we
try.
finally getting the stuff that were like in development during like writer's strike and all that stuff?
But I don't know,
Like,
because like the sauce was one would argue that the sauce was lost before the writer strike even happened. I don't know.
Yeah, they've also had time to
I mean, they
fix
had to
anything.
deal with
If
COVID.
it is those scripts, they've had time to adjust the scripts.
Yeah. They've had time to
Adjusting scripts suck though. That's the whole point. If they have to be adjusted, then
at this point, like who is approving these scripts? Like who's reading these and being like, this is good. Let's run with this. Like who when this script was written and this was basically a Hulk sequel, who thought that this was a good idea? I
There's
don't
that
know.
Kevin
old
Feige.
guy in a suit who is not even familiar with the source material. He just has all the money. That's who is approving the scripts.
I
Kevin. Isn't it that robot from She-Hulk that does all the
Oh,
decision?
yeah.
Oh man, they give us AI scripts now. Man,
It's
Marvel fell
that's
off.
what it seems like. But Marvel has fallen off in terms of the MCU. Like, but I'll wait until like Thunderbolts because I do think that Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four look good. But like when you think about like all of the other projects that are supposed to be like meshing together to create the Avengers and create all this other stuff, like they're just doing a very bad job bringing that together. But
I,
I
I,
don't know.
I feel like if James Gunn comes in here and gives us that epic level DC stuff now to the level that Marvel was doing in the beginning, I'm not going to care that much. I'm just going to
Yeah.
just focus on
It's so
DC more
crazy.
now.
It's so crazy how the tables have turned because Marvel was so good while DC was like in the prime of its like terribleness. And now, well, it's too early to say, but like James Gunn does a good job with his films. So like there's reason to believe that we're going to be on a good track with DC. We'll see. I don't know.
It's a complete swap because DC animated stuff has been cooking. Now Marvel animated stuff is cooking more than their movies.
Yeah.
Because Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man was pretty good.
It was great. I
Good
loved
segue.
it. I loved it. It was a good segue. It was, and I really enjoyed the show. And I was thinking that
Yeah.
too. I was like, this show is really good. Like like it's so night and day, like how good this show was compared to like how bad the movies are, like and their live action shows. Like I don't know what the disconnect is, but this show was really good.
They
And it's
had me
good to
worried.
be able to watch something and not have to watch 30 other things to understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly. How did you guys feel about the animation of this show?
Loved it.
You loved it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was different.
To be honest, guys, I wasn't loving what they were doing with the black hairstyles. Like, like let's look at let's look at let's look
Harry?
at yes,
Lonnie?
Harry and oh my God, why am I like yes, well first let's start with Lonnie and his cornrows, which look like centipedes were crawling on his head. Did you like does anyone like I just think it could have been a little bit better in that regard. But
So I came on here nitpicking, like I was so worried about what they were gonna do with all this color on this show.
mhm.
But I have to say, I'm not like in total, I'm not mad. I'm not mad
No.
how they did it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not mad how they look. I'm not mad what they ended up doing with the whole storyline, even though it's
Yeah.
kind of cliche. They did it tastefully, I think.
Yeah.
Except there was one part,
Well,
there's one
yeah.
thing
Well,
that I was mad at.
what part of it did you think was cliche? I'm just interested.
The whole, I mean, not cliche, maybe cliche is the wrong word, but like it's a sensitive topic, like black people living in the hood
Oh,
compared
yes.
to
Yes,
joining
I was gonna
gangs
say
and the reason why they have to join gangs
I
and
was
all that
upset
stuff.
about that whole thing. I was upset about the whole thing. I was gonna come on here and say that. I'm like, dang, another show, and this is probably the last place I expected it, but another show that has to kind of like stereotype the black experience. Like, I don't want to, like, why? Why? But like Tombstone, like in the comics, like he in high school, like he was, like troubled, I guess, but like it was in a different way. You know what I mean? Like this is kind of
And
different and like very specific, and I don't know if I liked it, honestly.
Yeah, they try to
I'm
make it
not mad
sound
at.
like joining a gang was some noble thing. That
Yes,
part, yeah,
Well,
that was weird.
yeah, it was
Well,
weird,
no, I'm not mad about how they did the gang thing because, like,
I
he
am,
joined the gang to save his little brother, right? Like, he
but
wasn't doing it off the rip, but then he ended up liking it and whatever. And he
exactly.
still had his little good spin to it at the end, but we don't know what's gonna go happen going forward. But the part that pissed me off really, or I just felt really funny about, was when they were having the last gang on gang battle, and Homeboy gets headbutted. The leader of the I forget the name of the gang, but
The
Lonnie's gang,
mhm.
the leader gets headbutted, and now all of a sudden he's like, oh, it turns into like a little girl. He leaves his whole team. I was like, oh no, 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 y'all did that. I don't know how I feel about that part, but I know y'all were trying to set up Lonnie to take over, but that was just disgusting. That
Yes.
was
Yeah,
disgusting.
that was AI writing.
That was so flagrant. That's like really the only main issue I had with that whole plot line.
I don't know. Yeah, I had an issue with the whole thing. I had an issue with that whole plot line. I don't know. It was just a little bit, I don't know. But because you guys know I don't like this kind of stuff. Like that's why I don't watch shows like Power or like anything where like they're glorifying that kind of stuff. I don't like to watch it because it's just like, why is this the only thing that people know how to write for Black people? But and then they put it in here, and I'm just like, all right, you're taking this guy who was like smart and like successful in
Likeable.
school, like what, and then now you're turning him into this like, I don't know. It didn't sit well with me, but it's fine. It's fine.
The
Um,
other thing is that it seems like all the colored, I mean, I won't say it like
what?
that, but
Where's
like,
where's this guy going with
it
this?
seems like all our
It's
black
Black History
characters
Month,
are
man.
turning into villains.
That too,
Yes.
Like
yeah.
what's his name said that got fired from X-Men. Like Osborn, like even though he has that hero, like the mentor side to him seems honorable, and he's like it seems like he's giving Spider-Man good advice, but then he has this whole sinister side to him that's like, oh my god, you're just an evil.
Yeah, well,
Okay, no problem. We knew you were gonna be evil, but then
yeah.
like now the last pure character is like Harry. I'm like, please let Harry be like good for as long as possible.
Yeah,
Like
I would love for
don't
Harry to
kill him.
not turn. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yes, please. Because yes, it's very interesting the race swaps that they did. But yes, it is very and also like now all the black people are the villains. So it's kind of just like okay. Um but yeah, I completely see what you're talking about. Um but sorry, can I go back to my hair comment really quick? Because like Norman Osborn's hair bothered me the entire time. Like what was going on there? Like what was I looking at? Can somebody explain to me what was
Yeah.
going
I
on
don't know
with
what
this?
kind of waves those were.
Like I was so confused the entire time. Like every time he was on screen, I was just examining his head. Like what is this supposed to be mimicking? So they could have done it on top of the stereotypical gang storyline. They have also put these weird hairstyles in here, and I just don't know. I don't know what it was. Like I don't know who
Yeah.
That's
I'm
funny
just
because
was
glad we
like.
didn't get no Killmonger locks.
I
I would
I
have rather that. I
definitely
would have rather that than whatever was going on. Whatever was going on. The whatever was going on Norman Osborn's head, I would have rather the Killmonger locks. For
I think
sure.
I noticed the hairstyles, but I definitely didn't like sink into it. So now that you're
How?
making
It
me
was
think about
so
it,
in your face. It was so in your face the whole time. It was so bad. Wait, I have to
oh, that's funny. That's really funny. Now that you're making me think about everybody's hairstyle.
because it's like, hold on. Um,
But people be walking around with some wild hairstyles these days. So like
no,
it
but it's
it
like you couldn't even really like wild hairstyle, sure, that's one thing, but like you couldn't even really tell. like what was supposed to be like what kind of hairstyle was it supposed to be mimicking? Because like I really just didn't see it. I have to share a photo because like I
Oh
have to
Yeah,
find a
man.
no,
photo to share.
that's how it actually looked in like his first comic appearances, though. It's like it did look like that. It just
No, I feel like
translated
yeah,
poorly to on a black person.
yeah. I feel like it was more pronounced though. Like the little gaps in between the little puffs of hair was way more pronounced than in the comics, I feel. Because it's like oh wait, let's look at this picture of the back of his head. Hold on, wait.
This
I
is
have to
so
share my screen
funny
real
to
quick.
me.
Wait, I have to share my screen.
Oh my God. Now, I might have to rewatch the show just to check
You have
it.
to. I guarantee you that you
Oh man.
no. Why is it not? Hold on. I'm trying to
What
share
would you
this.
give the show out of 10, James?
I give about a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Dang it, guys. Zoom done changed up all their stuff. I don't even know how to share my screen anymore. It's fine. Anyway, but like you have to look because it's like at the bottom of his hair, it was like a
A
big patch of
strange
hair.
taper, yeah, so
Yeah, and
some
then it kind
strange
of just
tapered
like
hair.
it was just so weird. And I'm just like, ugh. It bothered me the whole time. But I'm sorry, James, what did you rate the show? I missed it.
Oh, 9 out of 10.
Oh yeah, I'll give it yeah. Yeah, yeah. It was good. It was good. Spider-Man looked like uh have you guys watched like Atlantis, that Disney movie from like a long time ago?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Spider-Man looked just like the main character from that movie.
that's a pretty funny take right there.
No, it's a good like
Planets the
look at
Lost Empire.
look
Yeah,
it
he
up.
does look
He
similar.
looks just like him. I
Forgot
was
what that
like,
guy's name was.
literally, I
Milo.
was yeah, Milo. That's what I was thinking about the whole time I was watching it. I'm like, they like literally ripped the design from
You
that.
said who looks like him?
Peter Parker looks like Milo from Atlantis.
That's pretty funny.
It's
That's mad funny. I thought they were shooting for the Tom Holland Spider-Man. Did you agree when I was saying like his mannerisms and the way like he was speaking was like kind of
Well,
Tom
yeah,
Holland?
yeah. I think like the whole thing was shooting towards like that version of Spider-Man, like with May being like younger and like yeah, his mannerisms. I think that that's what they were trying to emulate for sure. Um, but yeah,
That's funny.
I just feel
Milo.
like when they were thinking about his design, I think for some reason the animators they must have watched this movie like the day before they started drawing up concepts because it looks very very similar. Um,
In the credits, it showed the different versions of them. If you guys, the end credits,
Mhm. Yeah,
like it showed
oh
the different versions of all the characters. So I guess that was some of their
like
earlier
the
iterations.
yeah.
like the drafts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not watch and it's skipping through skipping through the credits to try to like get through the show. But the show was good though. I didn't know what to expect when I started watching it, but it was really good.
And it's setting up to go anywhere. Like we can
Yeah.
get a whole bunch of Spider-Men running around. We can get a whole Runaways storyline. We can
Yeah.
get
Yep.
like there's a
Some
lot they
some
could do.
Venom.
They just dropped Avengers in random places. We saw Iron Man, we saw Captain America. Like they can do whatever they want from
Doctor
here.
Strange. Yeah. And yeah, they are setting up like so many different threads of like of ways this can go. So if they
The
continue
fact,
to hit it like that, it'll be a continually good show. I'm
yeah.
excited.
Oh, y'all,
Yeah.
Spider-Man just doesn't miss.
It's true.
Hey, and I can't believe we didn't talk about this. The the origin story. Oh my God, they hit that out the park.
Yeah, they did. Hmm. They
I
did.
loved it. I said, "Oh my God, this is so new."
Yeah.
And now
Hmm.
it's creating the whole the loop paradox. Like,
Yeah.
when did the loop start? And now it's like kind of a mind,
Yeah.
FUCK.
Yeah, no, it was
Man,
good. The origin story was done really well. Um, yeah, it was just, but that's what I'm saying. Like the show was so good, and it's like so opposite of like all the live action stuff going on right now. Like, what's happening?
Hmm.
Like, why can't the ideas just translate into the live action universe? What's happening? What's going on?
Yeah,
Um,
this show surprised me because this one was not on my radar to be like super good.
yeah, I thought it was gonna be like more like geared towards children, which it
Right.
wasn't. Which it wasn't. So, at least I hope that that was not the intention. Don't join gangs, kids. Don't look at this and be influenced by it. It's not cool, despite what the show is making it look all colorful and cool for the children to be influenced to join gangs. No,
join the
no, no, no,
1/10th.
no. Don't do that. But yeah, I liked it a lot. It was good. And I kind of like that it was like centered around like they're not centering it on like stuff that's happened recently. Like they're going back to the prime of things that happened in Marvel, like so like the Civil War, Sokovia Accord, stuff like that. I like how they completely redid that scene in the scene from Civil War where like Spider-Man meets Tony Stark for the first time. I like that they redid that to include, but
Mhm.
it was Norman Osborn instead. That was really cool. There was a lot of
You
cool
know
creative
what?
things they did.
Now that you're saying that, Shannon, I think that is a big reason why the show like hit it out the park because they followed a lot of the story beats from the 10 years that we know of the Avengers building up, and they just twisted it to make it an alternate version.
Yeah.
Like the whole Osborn being in Spider-Man's living room when it was Tony Stark, the way we know
Yep.
it in the movies, like that.
Hmm.
That was genius.
It was. It was really good. So again, the creative minds from this show, pluck them out. Take them over, take them over to the live action side and let them infuse some good ideas in there, so that we can have a good experience with the next couple movies. Um, but yeah, I also give it a 9. It was good.
Nice.
It was good. All right. Anything else you guys want to chat about before we wrap up for this week? Next week we are going to do our Cartoon Network tier list, guys. We made false promises last week, and I apologize. But
And okay, go ahead.
no,
Go
no,
ahead.
go ahead, go
Sorry.
ahead.
No, no, it was nothing.
Oh, I was gonna wrap up. Okay, are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, James, anything else from you before we wrap up for this week?
Nope, just happy Black History Month.
Yes. I can't
Yes.
believe we didn't say that last week. Sorry, guys.
Oh man, you guys are slipping.
You didn't say, but you didn't say it either. um, Black History Month will never die, folks, even though people are trying to erase it, but that's a whole different problem. Uh,
Let's not even
Yeah,
go
and
there.
Miles Morales is Spider-Man.
yes. But as always, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at Blerdsnerds, follow us on TikTok, Blerdsnerds_pod. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for the visuals, guys. Or you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your podcast listening app of choice. Send us an email if you're a creative color in the nerd space and want to come on the show to talk about your work, or email us if you have any ideas of something you'd like to hear us talk about in future episodes. As always, I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Peace.